Okay, so this is the book, The Most Exciting Chess Games Ever. Ever. Okay? These are the most exciting. Most exciting than this you cannot find. So I opened the book and I thought that I would find some of the Bottet's sister games. Unfortunately, they were not exciting enough for this book. So, how did they choose the most exciting games ever? Well, you need to read the back. Practically 20 years ago, New in Chess magazine started his own Proust questionnaire entitled Just Checking, a back page column where chess players and personalities are asked about their favorites, preferences, moods, life, blah 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 blah, up to games. So, in the book, you will find 45 games chosen by these great chess player or personalities that tell you which of this game are the best for them. Okay, you can see Spassky Bronstein 1960, etc. etc. Today I will show you two games. One is Berg-Barev, which has been chosen by Tiger Hiller Person, and the other game is it was chosen by Miss Kalinskaya. Sorry if I didn't pronounce well her name. Alina Kalinskaya, which is by Jinshi Ding Liren in 2017, when Ding Liren wasn't world champion. I hope you will enjoy both games, and I hope you eventually will give a chance to this book. So this is game 22, Berg-Barev, nominated by Tiger Hiller Person. The game is between Emanuel Berg and Evgeny Barev. It was played in Gothenburg in 2005. E4, E6. D4, D5. Knight C3. Knight F6. Bishop G5. Nowadays, 4E5 is more popular. This is more popular today than the test move, as well as being objectively a very good try for an advantage. It also narrows down the black's option. D takes E4. A very solid variation for black that offer excellent chances of equalizing. I don't know. I mean, generally, what is? I don't know if it's the Rubinstein variation. It seems it enters this one. I don't know if it's really good for black. But I know that there is another book about the Rubinstein variation that probably takes out new ideas. Knight takes E4, Bishop E7. It's also possible to play Knight BD7, Bishop takes F6, Bishop takes F6. The most solid move is G takes F6, and was played quite successfully by Morozevich for a time. This makes sense because you practically open the file for your rook to start to do some damage, right? So it's a very interesting move. However, G takes F6 has not been trusted by other top players, okay? So it seems maybe it's not so good. Who knows? Knight F3, castle, Queen D2, Bishop E7, Bishop D3. I mean, I'm sorry, at this point you can notice 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces out, 1. I don't know which opening. Please check this. It will be a great opening, but to me, it seems that black is like to live a risky life. I mean, what's here? It's clear what is gonna happen, right? Okay, so what happened? Knight to D2, Bishop D7, Bishop D3, Knight D7, Castle, obviously, because we want to attack there. B6, we want to develop this. H4, the attack starts. Bishop B7. Okay. This is pretty much a tabia for the 6 bishop takes f6 variation. It was for a long time a favorite of Barev and also of Mikhail Gurevich, who scored very well with it. However, it is very sharp and white has a lot of dangerous attacking chances. Whilst black is objectively able to meet them all adequately, he has to be very precise, and any inaccuracy can bring the rook in on him rather drastically. Queen e2. White has various options here, including knight e, g5, rook h3, and here Berg move unmask the rook on d1. Okay. So queen e2, c5. This is becoming interesting for black, at least, because he needs to have some kind of counter-attack. And in fact, here the comment says that this turns out to be playable after all. Yeah. He takes c5. Now, 14 bishop b5 is a serious threat. Yes. Okay. Well, please check the comments to the games because they are very well annotated. And after d takes c5, queen c7. This is black's idea. He is more than happy to sacrifice a pawn to open lines on the queen side, and of course, no sensible white player would take on b6. Black thus gets to open the c file, along which he hopes to counter-attack against the white king, obviously. Knight e, g5. Notice how is the ball going to be there. It is important for white to maintain the initiative and prevent black getting counterplay. Knight f6. Here h6 is also possible. There are some variations given in the book. I will not give them in the video because I think it could become a little boring. But if you get the book, you can enjoy them till the end. So, if now you are white, what would you play? Because we are at move 15, we need to start to think how we would attack and destroy black, right? And we want this book review, however, be useful for anyone that watches to learn something. So, pause the video, think for a minute or two if you are white, and try to decide what would you play. White played knight e5, good move, h6, and here it says black is forced to weaken his king position, recapturing the pawn with bishop takes e5 can be strongly met. So this wasn't probably a good move, and this unfortunately weakens up the king side. But what can you do? Again, now there is a very, very interesting move by white. And here the computer says that it does not give any advantage, but it's a blow. It's a really a blow to the black position. So try to think about it for a second, okay? It seems that probably the best move was knight g takes f7, but this is not what happens in the game. In the game, white played bishop g6. Amazing move. Obviously, now try to do your homework. What would happen if black takes on d6? Black took correctly h take g5. Quite scary, right? At this point. But it seems it's good. H take g5, which is followed by f take g6. Knight takes g6. And here black makes a mistake. It seems is a fatal mistake. Here there is a long analysis which show what should have happened, what black should have played. I advise you to be black now, pause the video, try to find the right black move. If you have paused the video, I will tell you what is the right black move, but I will not show you all the variation. Okay? The right black move was king f7. Unfortunately, black played knight e4, which is a mistake. And by the way, it seems that also knight h7 is going to lose the game. So again, big analysis here in the book. Okay, you can enjoy it. I am not going that deep. But black played obviously knight e4. White continued with rook h8, king f7, and now what would you play if you were white? Okay, you needed to decide what would you play if you were white. So pause the video and try to find the right answer. Okay. Boom! Knight e5! Exclamation point! Sacrificing yet another piece, but bringing the queen into the attack with little effect. Queen takes e5. Clearly now we see why this game was chosen in this book. It's really a beautiful game, attacking game. And so queen h5, g6, rook h7, queen g6, rook takes g7, sorry, queen g7, king takes g7. Black has half the Amazon rainforest for his queen, rook and three pieces to be exact, but his king is so exposed that he is lost. So the exposed position of the king make him lose the game. Very interesting in fact. So queen h6, king f7, queen h7, king e8, queen takes g6, check, rook f7, and look at this beautiful move. Now if you want, pause again for white and try to find what is the right move, okay? The right move was c6, a very nice finishing blow, which the engine confirms is the only winning move. Bishop takes c6. It seems that in the book there is, however, a line with bishop takes g5, and the result, it seems, is a slower win for white, but is a win. Okay, so that is the best line found by Stockfish. But again, in the game, bishop takes c6 was the one played. Now, queen takes e6. Bishop b7 and g6. Now there is a possible mistake here, in case instead of that g6 you would play queen d7, because after king f8, okay, queen takes b7. There is a very tactical blow, but white loses the queen. So try to find it out, okay? We played g6 in the game, rook g7, rook h1, obviously trying to go for the throat, knight f6, rook h8, rook g8, and here there was the last move that was g7, after which black resigned. I will show you the other game by Dingley Ren because I find it interesting that in 2017, also if Dingley Ren wasn't a world champion, clearly he played a beautiful game. and maybe it's interesting for you. I will do it in another video because I don't want this video to become too boring since we have already 15 minutes.